Guys, former Super Eagles captain and Chelsea midfielder John Obi Mikel recent criticism of Arsenal tactics, has not actually gone down well with a lot of people. And this morning, I was scrolling through my social media page, Facebook to be precise, and I came across this post from Young Noble Commentary. And this young man actually, advised John Obi Mikel on how to speak, on how to talk, because it's not as if John Obi Mikel actually had a very spectacular career in football. It's not as if this guy was exceptional during his playing days. So, guys, just sit back and relax as I will be taking you through everything this young man, said to John Obi Mikel in form of advice. But before then, I would like to welcome you to my channel. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on time zone and where you're watching me from. Please, if you have not subscribed to my channel, kindly do that. But if you have done that already, thank you so much. Please do it to like, comment, and do not forget to turn on notification. You need to see when next post. Alright. So, guys, according to Young Noble Commentary, this is what he said to John Obi Mikel regarding his recent criticism of Arsenal tactics. And in his words, he said, Nigerian to Nigerian, Mikel Obi, please don't get old this way because you might end up worse than Jimmy Carragher. Stop attracting hatred to yourself just because you want to please your ego and get noticed. Stop going from studio to rubbish people's effort. At the moment, it is Arsenal. Next season might be you against Man United, Liverpool, or even Chelsea. What you are doing is illegal punditry. And that is the word, illegal punditry. What John Obi Mikel is actually doing is not the right way of speaking against the football club. That Jimmy Carragher is actually doing it and going scot-free doesn't mean you should also come out and be rubbishing people's effort. It doesn't actually make sense. You are an ex-footballer, for God's sake. You should know how all of this work. Since you retired, you had no other business than to open a studio, buy speakers and microphone, and just go to the studio and start saying all sorts of nonsense about people's careers. Last season or thereabout, it was Nicholas Jackson. You were on Nicholas Jackson issue. Rubbishing this guy effort every now and then. And this season is no longer Nicholas Jackson, but Arsenal. If you are this good, if you are so good in football, if you have football knowledge so well, if you are this good, I think you should have picked up a coaching job so that you will see how good, you can coach a team. Yes, so you can see how good you can coach a team, because the last time I checked, during your playing career, it's not as if you were exceptional. It's not as if you were the best defensive midfielder during your time. You were known for your back pass. You were known for your defensive blunder and all of that. You cannot even give two accurate passes in a match. But today, you can sit before a microphone and rubbish other people's effort. Today, you, John Obi Mikel, can sit in front of a microphone and say all sorts of rubbish about people. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. I think it's high time we remind you of the career you had. Your career was not perfect. Your career was not perfect. So you shouldn't come to a studio and start rubbishing people's effort. We all watch you and still remember vividly how you played your football. You were the king of back pass. You couldn't even score 2 goals in the whole of your Chelsea career. You played for Chelsea more than 10 years and you only had just 1 goal. You only have just 1 goal, and today you have the guts to rubbish people's effort. That is insane. That is illegal. Just like the young man said, you are not qualified to be a pundit. You shouldn't be a pundit because you don't know what it means to be a pundit. You are not there as a pundit. You are just speaking as a Chelsea fan. You are not speaking as a pundit. Yes, Mikel Obi is not speaking like a pundit. He's just speaking like a Chelsea fan that is in him. You are still a Chelsea fan, so don't allow emotion, speak through you. This is football, and in football, different coaches use different tactics to win matches for themselves. If controlling ball possession doesn't win match for a coach, such coach have the right to change his tactics. If the coach want to use set pieces to win game for himself, it's none of your business. If you want to become a coach, good, go and take up a coaching job. Let's see how good you are. Let's see how good you are. Now that you cannot even coach under 15, even under 12. You need to remain quiet. You need to appreciate others' effort. Mikelubi. You need to appreciate other people's effort and keep short. And keep short. We all know that you are trying to be relevant in the society. You just want people to notice that you are still in existence. We know that you are still alive. We know that you are still existing. But you don't do that by rubbishing other people's effort. Just senior brother John Obi Mikel, go and get yourself a coaching job and show us how good your tactics are and show us how wonderful you can coach a team. Until then, stop rubbishing people's effort.